The release of ChatGPT in November of 2022 seemed to take the world by storm. It truly was a transformative technology, and it captured the world's imagination about the potential powers of AI. But everyone knows that AI is powerful. The question is AI powerful enough to make you rich? This was an early reaction from many financial influencers and commentators who claimed that AI could print money for unskilled teenagers. I hate to once again serve as a party pooper to a popular trend, but I think this is an absolute fairy tale. AI won't make you rich. So let me explain the two business models that will allegedly get you rich with the help of AI, and then I'll get into why these business models will fail. So how exactly is AI said to get you rich in the first place? Well, I've really seen just two basic approaches. The first, which I think is the most compelling, is to leverage the incredible power of image-generating AI tools. The idea here is you can create interesting visuals within seconds, rather than spending the hours it would take a digital artist to create the same thing. This has inspired countless people to experiment with making stickers, planners, and even entire picture books just using free online AI tools. That means untrained people could compete with the very best artists and storytellers. That's a powerful feature of AI, but some are even more ambitious. Selling stickers hasn't made too many people millionaires, but what if you could use AI to run your business? Are the troves of knowledge stored in these large language models enough to make you rich? Well, that's exactly what Jackson Falls set out to do when he created a business using only directions from ChatGPT. These free AI tools are already powerful enough to help you brainstorm business ideas, help you write a business plan, give tips on creating a great pitch deck, and create marketing materials for your business. But will these businesses succeed? My best guess is that no, they won't. A few might make a few bucks, and some might even gain investment off of novelty alone. But apart from a lucky few, AI won't make you rich. For me personally, the only AI I'm counting on is the YouTube recommendation algorithm, which you could help out by smashing the like button. Anyways, there's a few big reasons that AI won't make you rich, and I see these mistakes all of the time. And the first one is actually a very common characteristic of BS side hustles, which is reporting revenue instead of profit. I don't care if somebody's sticker selling business has $30,000 in sales or not, for the same reason that I don't care if your dropshipping business has 7 figures of revenue a year. Revenue and sales don't matter at all. Businesses routinely have billions of dollars of revenue and still lose money. The only business metric I actually care about is profit, which is revenue minus expenses. Profit is the only thing that actually makes you wealthier. Unfortunately, most of the AI-supported side hustles are in very low-margin products, and they often rely extensively on third parties. So of all the stories claiming that you can get rich with AI, I find it very telling that almost all of them report revenue instead of profit. But beyond this pet peeve of mine, there's a more fundamental reason that you won't get rich with the help of AI. The only way to get rich is to have a competitive advantage and stand out in the market. But you won't gain a competitive advantage from a free tool that anybody can use. So there might be a few people that generate some impressive sales numbers, and I'm sure the financial influencers on Twitter will tell you that you're missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime. But the truth is, the market is already saturated. When anybody with a computer, common sense, and an internet connection can enter the market, it'll be extremely difficult to stand out. And if you can't stand out, your business will die. That's why this idea that AI can earn you $500,000 a year just by printing stickers is absolutely absurd. The market isn't that big, and the number of creators has already increased exponentially. And not only is it very challenging to create a competitive advantage using free AI tools, in America, it might be impossible. The Supreme Court recently ruled that AI-generated works can't be copyrighted. That means there's no way to prevent other people from just creating whatever you already created and profiting off of it themselves. Given how fierce the competition already is in the AI-generated product market, this policy could make it next to impossible to profit off of these ventures. I'm not saying there won't be a few exceptions, but these won't make everybody a millionaire. And that's why, instead of relying on AI for my own videos, I use royalty-free stock images and stock video. And these have been a huge help in growing this YouTube channel. For example, I partnered with Envato Elements, which literally has millions of stock videos and stock photos, and an unlimited access subscription. That's a much better deal than some other sites I know, which can literally charge hundreds of dollars per month, even with limited downloads. So I put an affiliate link in the description if you want to check out Envato Elements. It's not AI, but its huge library means there's something for everyone. And I think stock video is more powerful than AI images anyways. So if you do need images and video, AI might not be the answer. Check out Envato Elements. So I have my doubts about selling AI generated products. But what about letting AI run your business? Will AI empower super intelligent decision making as some sort of virtual CEO? Well, here I'm even more skeptical. And to see why, we need to understand the very basics of how these AI models actually work. Models like ChatGPT and GPT-4 are basically trained on the entire contents of the internet. By consuming huge amounts of data, these models are able to spot patterns and make connections. And this process is fundamentally driven by statistics. What that means is that when you ask ChatGPT a question, it's just making a response which seems in line with the rest of its training data. So it's not really thinking, it's just regurgitating. For example, what if you ask ChatGPT to generate business ideas? It'll tell you generic ideas that it knows a lot of information about, things like social media marketing or taking care of pets. This makes sense because there is so much information on each of these business ideas. There are thousands of websites that have published content for each one of these side hustles, and ChatGPT surely learned from all of them. But what this means is that while ChatGPT can share a lot of information, it's not designed to innovate. It can't tell you what product the world really needs. All it can tell you is what everybody already knows. And another big issue is math. I mean, in the early days, generative AI couldn't even count to 5. And that's a big issue because it turns out that math is pretty important to running a successful business. And I know that models are getting better and better at this as we go on, but we still have a ways to go before I'm comfortable turning my financials over to artificial intelligence. But even if artificial intelligence could truly innovate, and even if it could run numbers like the very best financial analyst, I still don't think that AI would make you rich. Let me explain. When I was in college, I took an entrepreneurship class. And one of the most valuable class periods we had was when an alum who had decades of experience in venture capital came to give us a presentation. This is a guy that listened to 200 startup pitches every single year. One of the things he said, which I'll never forget, is that he didn't actually care about the business idea being presented. Everybody can have a good idea. What he actually cared about was the underlying financials and business opportunity, and more than anything, the team. It doesn't matter if AI could generate the very best business ideas in the entire world. Investors don't invest in business ideas. They invest in a team that can execute the idea. So AI might write a business plan that stands out and help you create a sharp-looking pitch deck. But that's not enough. If AI is running your business, then what value are you adding? At its very core, the reason that these plans to get rich with the help of AI will fail is because they forget the most fundamental rule of business. That rule is that you have to actually add value. These AI tools might enable you to do better work, but they won't do the work for you. They're just one more tool in your toolbox, just like calculators, computers, and Google search. AI will surely transform how work is done, just like all of those tools did themselves. But they're not ready to replace work, at least not yet. And my gripe with these AI businesses is actually a part of a much larger issue. Every financial influencer I know talks about building multiple sources of income, which I made a recent video about. Not only is their advice not helpful, it might even make it harder to reach financial freedom. So check out that video next so you don't get fooled yourself.